So I'm currently averaging a 45% connection acceptance rate and a 40.7% message reply rate on LinkedIn. So I wanted to run through exactly how I'm doing this so you can just copy me and start using it for yourself to book more meetings through LinkedIn. So I literally launched this a few days ago. So let me just check. This was launched on the 14th. And since then, I've had 22 replies in 6 days. So it's going pretty well. Granted, it's only over 115 people, but I'm currently scaling this up. So it's going to be over 600 people in the next few days with more people getting consistently added. So just wanted to run through exactly how I'm doing this so you can just start using it yourself to book meetings on LinkedIn. So step one is having a super clear trigger. The trigger is the most important thing. Timing is everything in messaging, right? Only 3% of people are ready to buy right now. So we have to have a reason to get them to respond. So for me, what I focused on, I have a personal brand on LinkedIn. Obviously, it's biased, but I'm going to run through how you can do this if you're a rep. So for me, I message the people who came to me, who visited my profile, engaged with my content, downloaded my resources. These people, again, some of them, sure, they're just going to be doing it for fun. But if someone's downloading my free templates, they're probably looking into improving their messaging, working on their emails, trying to get more replies, right? And if you're a rep, if you're an SDR, if you're an AE at a company, do the exact same. Look for people who've visited your company page, followed your company, downloaded company resources, attended your company's webinar. Again, prospects don't do this stuff for fun. I say it to everyone I coach. Nobody is thinking, wow, let me attend this webinar because this looks like super fun. They're doing it to try to get information that could help them in their day to day. So step one, again, is really understanding who you're going after. So what I did is everyone who went to my profile, I pulled that with Phantom Buster, then pushed it to a clay table, which is where I can talk about step two, which is actually knowing your ICP and your persona. This is so important, but messaging is everything. It's understanding, why am I messaging this person now? Like, what's the reason I'm going to reach out? So for me, I only target sales leaders. Like, that's who I sell to. So for example, there's certain regions where I go after. So everyone gets pushed in. So there was originally 2,300 rows. Then these people get scored on if they're an account fit, which is based on the country they're in. Again, I only sell to certain regions. I don't sell to people in DAC. I don't sell to people in non-English speaking countries just because I haven't done that before, right? So it'd be biased and I don't do it. Then based on their title, I use Clay and their integration with ChatGPT to score them and tell me if they're a leader. If they're a sales leader, like for example, you should probably see yourself on here if you're watching this post, but a head of sales in Australia, right? Great fit for what I do. So they get classified as a leader, then they get pushed to HeyReach, right? And HeyReach is the messaging platform that I'm currently trying out. So again, we have the intent, we have the right people. Now we just need to move to messaging. And this is where so many people sort of completely drop the ball because they just jump in with a pitch like, hey, so you view my profile, I do this, do you want to buy, right? And nobody's going to respond to that. So for the messaging, all we need to do is start a conversation, start a chat, get a response. That is the most important thing. And then we can have sell by chat to go back and forth and lead that to a conversation. So what I did for this, again, instead of pitching, instead of jumping in with that, I asked an open-ended question to get them to respond. Once I get the response, then I have a back and forth, which is understanding what's their goal, what does that goal do for them, what have they done to try and improve, and then I show how I've helped somebody like them achieve that goal, and then ask if it's worth a call. So your whole objective is to start a conversation and sell the next stage of the chat, like move them through the process. Don't jump to the meeting, only pitch the meeting when it makes sense, when you know you've helped somebody like them and you can help them also. Then the very last thing, what I'll quickly run through, so if I go into the campaign, I can show you this. So for example, content engagers is to follow up. Like following up is everything. You can't just send one message and think that's it. So we have the initial message, send message, and then I send two more follow-ups. LinkedIn's very different to email, so I'm not going to hit someone with like 5-7 steps because it's quite aggressive on LinkedIn. But what I do is send at least two more follow-ups based on that intent. The money is truly in the follow-up. People get busy. The LinkedIn inbox is absolutely terrible, so they'll miss your message. So it's so important to stay top of mind and keep rehashing why you're reaching out. What's the intent to get in front of these people? If you do this, following up, and you just stick to this whole process of going after people where they've shown intent, either coming to your profile or downloading company resources, viewing your company page, following your company, lead with those, then filter the people with Clay to see if they match your ICP, and then send messaging focused on starting a conversation, not selling, with follow-ups. I promise you, you will book meetings. Again, still very early days for me, but as a whole, 22 responses, most of them positive, of course, a few not, but I genuinely think this will maintain anywhere from sort of 35 to 45% as I scale this up. So I'll keep everyone updated, but just wanted to run through this so you can copy me. I know a lot of people get confused with LinkedIn, so hopefully this helps. If you have any questions on the process, on Clay, on setting any of this up, drop me a message in the comments. And if you do enjoy videos, please let me know because I'm trying this out for the first time. So yeah, speak soon.